When it comes to the Culinary Crucible, I've always heard from other JP players that you should use low ingredients for dishes under 60%, medium until 80%, and then high from then on. Admittedly, I don't follow this all of the time. I did at one point, but even over on JP where we usually have more time than EN, it's still a crunch. So I've taken to just not caring about ingredient rarity. When I dropped the guide for a starch difference, I got a comment from a random banana 520 who said, I usually use low ingredients from 20 to 30, then I switch to medium until about 40 to 50. High dishes give more percentage, so it makes your skill level go up faster. I'm sure people have probably said this before, but I had never heard of it, so Banana's comment made me really curious to try it out. I was already planning on running some experiments during a starch difference, so I went ahead and decided to try this out too. Unlike the farming and timing experiment, which was a literal nightmare, this was extremely easy to plan. On my personal account, I would farm and cook as I go, making sure I only use low ingredients until I hit 30%, switching to medium until 50%, and then I start using high from then on. On my streaming account, the control group, I would stick to the traditional, in my mind at least, low until 60, medium to 80, and then high. I was not cooking as I went on this account. I do recognize this probably impacted my results somewhat, and that also this is a really small evidence pool, but I'm not continuing this experiment throughout every single Culinary Crucible for a larger sample size. I have to be extremely choosy in what I carry out for a long time, and I'm already carrying out a very prolonged experiment. I cannot do two at the same time. My hypothesis was that, yes, the 30-50 rule was going to get me to 100% faster than the 60-80 rule. I started this experiment with cassava fries. On my personal account, I had a 1-star dish from attempts 1 through 10, 2-star from 11 to 13, and I got my first 3-star dish on attempt 14. On my streaming account, the control group, I had 1-star dishes from attempt 1 through 12, basically. As you guys can see, I accidentally goofed a bit. I had 2-star dishes from attempt 13 to 17, and then on attempt 18, I got my first 3-star dish. I recognize this is a very small sample pool, but I was so caught up in trying to plan the other experiment that I realized just now as I'm writing the script in November that I forgot in order to get a bigger sample pool, I would have needed to make more potato salad rolls since that was one of the few recipes I could make on my streaming account. I only made like 4 on my personal account. But regardless, I think the 30-50 strategy is better. I know it's not a lot, but clearly it works for other people that I'm okay with coming to this conclusion even if my own experiment was a little short-sighted. I mean, clearly this is something that's been going on in the fandom and I just haven't really heard it. You get 3-star dishes faster, which means more chances for higher token amounts, and during a time crunch like Culinary Crucible events, every second counts. Thank you everyone for watching, and a very special thank you to my channel members and Twitch subs. Your support helps me to continue to make these videos. If you'd like early access to my videos, consider becoming a channel member. Patrons and Ko-fi members can get my scripts early before I record them. I livestream over on Twitch every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. Thanks again guys, and I'll see y'all later.